Welcome back to Dark Corner Studios. My name is Aidan Wolf, and today we've got the Aston Origin. I keep wanting to call it the Aston Martin. It's not that, though. It's much cheaper, too.
This is Aidan Wolf.
Now, I've been wanting to get my hands on this microphone for quite some time. Big thanks going out to Long McQuade. They sent me the Aston Origin, as well as this other Aston microphone, which is a laser-guided instrument microphone. I don't know if you want to see a review on this. Why don't you hit me up in the comments, and maybe I'll do one up. So it'll be a little bit of a step outside the normal, but hey, kind of cool. I've got a guitar kicking around. Maybe we can do that. But back to this puppy. This is the Aston Origin. It is a cute little, very small. I gotta say, I'm not used to the size. I'm used to the NT2A, which has some bigger girth and bulk. This is a condenser microphone. It is kind of an entry level if you're into voiceover, or if you want a condenser microphone for whatever project you're doing. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're capturing instruments. This is a cheap but decent way to get into a nice condenser microphone that doesn't have a whole bunch of noise on it. So if you're not aware, Aston is a small company that started in 2016, and this was their first microphone out, and it came out to rave reviews, 10 out of 10, and people just absolutely loved it. They also followed up with the Aston Spirit a little bit later on, which was a larger diaphragm condenser microphone. However, it only got a 9 out of 10 from everyone. Not too shabby still. Of course, in the box, you get the microphone. You get a cool little pin. It's kind of cool. I like seeing that. It's better than a sticker, which you also get a sticker in the box. And then, of course, you've got a thank you letter, which I think is a nice touch when you buy a microphone. Just something from a small company just to say, you know what, I appreciate your support. Kind of cool. That's all, though. There's nothing else. You really don't need much else. There is an adapter for mic stands, which does come in handy, that little brass piece to help it fit onto different stands. Other than that, though, that's it. Now, this is a cardioid condenser and only has that one pickup pattern, but it does have a few extra options on the body. You've got a -10 pad, and on the other side, you actually have a bass roll-off, so you can roll off up to 80 megahertz, which is a nice little added feature on the microphone when some of them don't even offer that. At this price point, it's a pretty decent offering. The body itself is sturdy, especially the bottom part, this interesting wire mesh part. This kind of gives the microphone its character and kind of makes it look funky. Kind of looks futuristic. It's a cool looking microphone, and it's one that I think a lot of people have overlooked, maybe because it's a new microphone, or maybe it's just kind of flown under the radar with some of the bigger names taking over the space. Otherwise, it's pretty decent. Setting it up is very, very simple. I would have to suggest getting a shock mount for this thing because it does have a lot of handling noise. I'm not sure if you can hear it while I'm moving it around. But while I was doing the morning show, I noticed every movement, especially on the desk, would come through in the microphone. So you would definitely do well with a shock mount on this microphone. It screws on basically in the bottom, and it's got the screw in and the XLR input right beside each other. I do have to say, it was close on this one. However, I was able to get them both in. I am unable to turn the microphone on the PSA-1, however, so I've kind of got to maneuver the PSA-1 to where I want it for the sound. All right, then, let's take a look at some of the specs. Has a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. The equivalent noise level is 18 dBA weighted. Sensitivity of 23.7. Maximum SPL is 127 dB. Signal to noise ratio is 76 dBA weighted. It does, of course, have that pad switch, a low cut filter of 80 Hertz. The microphone itself is almost 5 inches long. The width is 2.13, and the weight is actually less than a pound. When I said this thing was small, I actually meant it, which I believe this is outweighed by my NT2A by about 4 pounds. So it's light, it's easy to take on the go, and all around, a decent sound profile is one of the things I noticed when I was putting together my morning show. There was no real glaring issues with the tone. In fact, I think it dealt with my voice quite nicely. Now, of course, what you're listening to right now is just the sound of the microphone. I've gained it up a little bit in post, but I haven't done anything else with it. If you look at the frequency response graph, you'll notice that it's pretty much flat with the exception of a little dip in the low end and a little bit of a rise up in the high end. So maybe that's why I like it so much. I'll see exactly how it sounds once I treat it with my own EQ and I kind of give it my own flavor. This is probably how I would EQ this microphone. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So I guess it comes down to who would buy this microphone. Well, condenser microphones generally have a bit of an uptick in quality once you get beyond the really starter ones that you can get for $100. Long McQuade has this one priced at $379 Canadian dollars, which is pretty decent when you consider what's in the package and what the output is. It's actually a decent sounding microphone, and it actually looks pretty cool as well. So my overall thoughts: does this mic outperform in its category? Well, no. But let's be honest, the competition in its price point isn't exactly booming. Now, its pros are it's small, light, amazing price to performance, and it's built like a tank. The cons, while price to performance is amazing, it is gain hungry and can be a bit noisy when you're gaining up. The lack of polar patterns is kind of limiting its uses, but that stuff aside, I think for someone starting out a studio, why not start with this mic, and then you can splash some of that extra money on an interface with quieter pre's. If you're a YouTuber, if you are a podcaster, obviously you need treated rooms to be able to deal with the condenser sensitivity. But if you're in the market for one, this is a great starting point to start out your studio with. It's also a great on-the-road mic. I know a lot of people in the VO industry that would love a nice light microphone to take as a secondary, one that they won't go broke on if it breaks. At the price this thing enters the market at, you could afford that rather than an MKH 416, which you're losing about $1,200. So yeah, there is a market for this. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of it. Now, if you want to check out more about this microphone, I've got links down in the description from Long McQuade here in Canada. And if you're in the US market, I'll also have links down there for Amazon. So let me know what you think. Is this a new mic for me? I'm actually thinking of picking one up myself. It's cute. It would look nice in videos too. I like the shadowed look to it right here. It looks kind of cool. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Support the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.